Hello. I'm not going to actually talk about why I'm a little bit in a kerfuffle to start this little rant. Oh my God. I love Joe. And the only reason this podcast is happening is because Joe is able to be friends with a prick like me. And that's awesome. And Joe deserves all the credit in the world. He is a far better human, most likely father in the long run. Not that I'll be bad, like I don't need like social services or something like coming to my house, but like I mean like just in general, like she'll probably eat more vegetables and like not as much candy like for breakfast. And but he just just real quick before the actual rant. So like my production guy, I need a countdown because I get scared. We used to do 3, 2, 1, and like it just started panicking me. It just felt like, oh man, like this is the last shot. Like brought me back to being a 10-year-old in my driveway. This is the last shot of the NBA Finals, and I'm a white guy. I need to put on a good show, or like it's just we're only gonna get one white guy every 15 years in the NBA, like Steve Nash, Larry Bird. So again, overthink. So Joe's like, I'll help everybody out. I'll give you a countdown from 10. So he puts up 10 fingers, almost said 10 hands. He's amazing. Puts up his 10 fingers. And immediately, knowing the people he works with, our production guy turns around because he knows that it's just not correct. As he sees like, as if Michael J. Fox had inhabited his body for a brief second and got the violent shakes while trying to give me my countdown to starting, to the point where Jacob was like, yo, there's 3 fingers left and there's going to be 3 fingers for like 10 more minutes. So he just started. And thank goodness I used my peripherals and saw the red dot because Joe was still there just signing something in ancient Dwarvish from fucking who knows what version of Tolkien's later works. So the rant today is really just going to consist of, I want to golf more often. I have the loveliest lady that has made the decision to be with me for the rest of forever. I know she's excited about that, but I think she's noticed like that at the end of the day it might be like a hard decision on her end, not because the love isn't there, but because I'm a child and now we have a child that's like me, and like it's just horrible. Like she just has to deal with such morons that like love her, but like too much love. Like she's like not somebody that wants to be like touched and like just always just like let know that like I'm here, and like that's what both me and my son do. Like he like headbutted her like with love, but he headbutted her like just as soon as we were like, oh, we get comfy cozy for a nap. Yeah, that's what we say. Sounds weird. I like it. Comfy cozy. It's just what it is. But he gets in there, gets close, and he just like nuzzling up, and he just smashes her in the forehead. And then she turns to me and looks at me, and she's like, "Why? What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I didn't." She's like, "Yeah, you did. You made it. Look at him." I'm like, "Well, he looks like you." She's like, "No, not anymore." And so this rant today is not even a rant. It's an appreciation post to Alex and her family for having to, for having a love for the rest of their lives and his, the spawn that we made. Because he is beautiful like his mother, but he is mentally challenged like his dad. My nickname when I was growing up as a kid in good old Falmouth, Massachusetts, my buddy Chris Andrew will attest to this, was Crack Baby. Not because they actually thought, we were 10, we didn't even know really what crack was, so they weren't really accusing my mother of doing crack, which she couldn't because she has seizures when she misses one pill and has too much coffee. Never mind crack. But they called me Crack Baby because I just wouldn't stop moving. I was like, yeah, we just played 5-on-5 at the local courts for 5 hours. Let's play again. And they were like, no, we want to go home. Our parents like probably think that we've been kidnapped. Like, we got to go. And I'm like, dude, we have to play again. It's tied 7-7. We got to know who's champ. I'm like, champ of what? There's one net. 2 basketball hoops, 1 net. The other hoop doesn't have a backboard. Dude, nobody's watching. We just got to go home. I'm 12. I got times tables that I got to do for Miss Ripley Young. Like, we just need to leave. And I was like, fine, you're all cowards. Go ahead. And I would just sit there until, like, a police officer or some concerned citizen would pull into the parking lot and be like, you look rather small and, I don't know, unaccompanied by adults. Should you be home? I'm like, yeah, I live like 4.5 miles away. I'll go home when I make 5,000 3-pointers in a row. And they're like, we've been in the parking lot for about, I don't know, 15 minutes. We haven't seen you make 2 consecutive. So you should probably just call your mom. Like, I'm like, oh, my mom didn't give me a phone. I have a beeper. And they're like, oh, do you want to ride? I'm like, oh, no, my mom says don't talk to strangers. And they immediately went back to like, your mom gave you a beeper. She doesn't care that much. We should probably just bring you home. And, yeah, that's the kind of kid that we can tell that, like, our son is already turning into. Like, he's amazing, but, like, decisions like that are what made people that were friends of mine, like, they loved hanging out with me, but, like, there was not a lot of sleepovers because, like, after a few hours, it's, like, irritating. Like, when, like, there's a 10-year-old that's, like, 4'2", and he's, like, telling you, like, dude, this is literally the last play of the Super Bowl, and those leaves are the out-of-bounds line. If you don't catch this ball, we may not be friends. And they were like, that's just a little bit of an over-exaggeration. And I was like, it's not, because I won't be friends with you if you don't catch this ball. I'm going to put it in your hands, and if you don't catch it, we can't talk anymore. And they would just call my mom, and she'd be like, oh, you brought up the Super Bowl or, like, the World Series again? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, yeah, there's a reason they didn't want you to stay. So, Alex, thank you again for all that you do. Like the other day, Joe will attest to this. I don't know. I didn't even eat anything. I was like on a no carb, being good, trying to get back into that college weight form. I have no idea. But like what came out of my body was so rancid that it literally, Chernobyl was like dude, there's like grass and flowers growing in Chernobyl. I am 100% sure that the drywall at the left corner of our annex is now literally not, like, it's not good for people to, like, live or sleep or breathe next to that wall. It's horrible. I went through jeans, very nice Hanes underwear, and it just ate at the air for about 30 minutes. And again, she was like, what did you eat? Like, we made shepherd's pie. I was like, I didn't even have shepherd's pie yet. We have shepherd's pie. And she was like, you're not having any because that's horrible. It's gaseous. Like, there are Jewish people that survived the Holocaust that are like, my family had a better way out than like what we're breathing right now in this home. I hope that's not too soon. I do have like a fair amount of Jewish friends, so if like our audience is like overwhelmingly Jewish, I apologize. Obviously, my farts are not even close to the horrors that happened at places like Birkenau. I went to school. Haha. Probably shouldn't have laughed after saying Birkenau, but I didn't do it. I'm not even German. I did Ancestry.com. Like, my family's from nowhere near there, so I have nothing to. Nobody in my house is blonde except for my Uncle Dennis, and I don't think that's about like Jewish heritage. I think that's just. I think he just got unlucky. Well, not unlucky. He's got full head of hair. Good for Uncle Dennis. He's not German. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Don't panic. Uncle Dennis is good. Loves Jewish people. I don't know. Maybe he didn't love, but like they're good. He likes Banks. Let me walk this back. I love bagels and Alex and Fred and the entire Hibbett family, and I love other things like a good pastrami sandwich with rye, like the proper way to do it, and like yellow mustard. Don't mess around. Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, as long as it's not over the top. I don't like a lot of it, but a good amount of sauerkraut's fine. And lots of other things that those kind of people have like done over the years, like I don't know, protecting. Oh, they didn't do a good job of that actually. Oh, okay. Adrian Brody, and I can't remember 100% his name in the pianist, but his music I still listen to all the time when I'm in a good or bad mood. Great pianist, survived. There's other stuff. this is kind of like off the top. It's kind of tough to like list all the things that like people love Hanukkah. That's awesome. Like it's people are like, oh, Christmas. I'd rather have Christmas. Why? Like it's longer. You get more like gifts. It seems like everybody seems way happier. You don't have to take a tree up and down just like one intense candlestick. That's the easiest like put away before the new year you've ever heard of. Like that's way better than like all the pine needles and like it's a danger to your family too. Lots of families like die in fires because of Christmas trees. Nobody's ever like forgot to put the menorah out. Like maybe they have, but it didn't burn anything down. It was in metal. I love Dreidels. It's a good song. And again, their book just seems so much cooler. Like way more fun songs that you actually have to study to like learn how to do properly. Like you can go into any church and just start singing about how like He saved me. I don't think so. You gotta be studying, read some fucking Torah work. And they like just brought a bunch of awesome people. Like you think about all your favorite people you've seen in movies. I promise you, the majority of them that you don't think are Jewish, they're Jewish and they're awesome. And the ones that are Christian are insane. Tom Cruise, I feel like he's like one of them scientist things, but that's a form of Christianity. So, no, it's not. Yeah, okay, whatever. He sucks. Think of somebody that fucking loves Jesus. Chris Pratt. Oh my God, one of Alex's favorite people in any movie. Until we like started like hearing all this like nonsense all the time when he like left Anna Faris, big mistake for the Schwarzenegger lady. I mean, you're happy, that's good, but we don't need to hear about like God and stuff. Like those doctors got your baby like safely out and like is healthy now. That Jesus didn't do that. Like he's dead and he hasn't even come back yet. Like so you know that he didn't have anything to do with that. And like oh man, read that book, like read it. It's like, again, it's a really good book. It's sketchy, like, because it's just sketchy. But the appreciation for Alex, like, again, right back to it. Don't laugh. There's people here that think that's funny. Putting up with like shit like this, like letting me hang out with like dummies, like, and let me say dummy, not dummies, dummy, not Jacob. She's again amazing. Like my credit score. Yeah, you didn't think I was gonna bring that up. You thought it was gonna be something about like, oh man, remember that like time we went to a bar that doesn't exist anymore for our first date? Yeah, you thought I'd bring something up like that. Nope. Credit score. She should have left me immediately when she found that out. When she saw it, she was like 400. Oh, okay, no, never mind. You must not be able to read. And I was like, kinda. I like Star Wars, and she was like 400 credit score and Star Wars, super. Oh man, this is definitely somebody to like invest the rest of your life in. And she did. And guess what? 700 plus. I know that's not like the best you can get, but I can get loans that some of you broke fucking shitheads can't. Like most of you that are watching this, my friends, enjoy your Pall Mall cigarettes and not be able to like, I don't know, put out a down payment on a car and actually get a good deal. It'll never happen. You know where you're going to live? They call it, like they're going to call it a condo or a townhouse. What it is a project. A project. And project doesn't mean like they're like we're building a project to make like things like great eventually. Like this project's gonna like no, like a project, like there's gonna be like lots of children underage out at like 10 o'clock or later looking at you saying like, do you need a dime? That's where you live. I don't, because my credit score is better now. Because somebody took a chance, because I'm handsome and also a little bit white. Okay, a lot of bit white, but like realistically, because I was funny and she didn't find out about the credit score until I'd convinced her that I could say $10 words, $15 words even. Like, can't even think of one right now. So obviously you can tell her decision is definitely very well invested in. Ooh. What's a good $15 word right now, Joe? And mouth it. I don't want to hear your voice. He said it out loud still. And that's not good enough. Precipitation. Fuck you, weather girl. Oh yeah. Oh, in LA, Channel 4, stop like announcing that you guys are the most accurate like weather people over the last like 10 years. Your weather doesn't fucking change. Of course you're fucking accurate. It's like people in San Diego saying they're good at the weather. It's fucking sunny again. Good job. You didn't do anything. It's going to be sunny again. If you could have predicted the bullshit that's happened this week, I would give you credit. But none of you could, because you guys were like, oh, it's going to rain in the morning, but not at night. Didn't rain. It didn't rain at all in the morning, and then it just fucking poured for like 10 minutes in the middle of the day, stopped, and then hailed. It was like 45 degrees. How the fuck does hail happen? That's what this place does to you. It makes you go crazy. Science does not matter. I don't understand how that works. When it's 48 to 54 degrees and it hails for an hour and a half, I don't get it. Again, I'm not a meteorologist. I didn't go to school for that because it's a joke. I don't want to change my voice to talk to you guys about the weather. And now, here, around the Northwest coast, we're going to talk about rainfall. That's not how you fucking talk, Jim. This rant's going to end now just because like the cadence and fun that I thought I was having has been ruined by somebody that is, again, a much better person than me, but does not know or have the decorum to just shut up. He has a guitar because of me. I know you don't have any idea of what that story is, and we're not going to go into it, but he has a acoustic guitar that he doesn't play because I am a good friend and don't like other people that are shitty. Again, you don't know anything about that? Just think about that. I'm a great guy. Save guitars. Have a great rest of your week when you see this. Yes, this hat is awesome. And yes, I didn't lose weight. I just trimmed my beard. I'm not healthier. I just less fat because I dressed like an adult today. Have a great one.
Hey guys and girls, if you took the time to check us out today, make sure to check out all future episodes by following us on Instagram, where you can also find our link tree in our bio, where you'll be directed to our Spotify and YouTube page.
Oh, man, I love how amazing you just did that. That was incredible. You'll be directed right to our page. And again, this is Dicks in Your Life. Thanks for watching. You heard all of the shenanigans he was just talking about. We're on Spotify, YouTube. You can subscribe on our page. It's Dicks in Your Life. You shouldn't have to search that long. There's not too many. And it's Dicks with an X.
Also, don't misspell it on Google.
You can listen to him interrupt me with dumb anecdotes for the rest of the time. Have a good one, guys.
Peace out.
Shut the fuck up.